And it's Kraetzer for CaMMVetsMedia. We are in Honolulu wrapping up the Association of the U.S. Army Land PAC Conference. Have a chance to talk to the President and CEO of the Association of the U.S. Army, retired General Bob Brown, a West Point graduate. Great to see you. Great conference. Great. We really enjoyed being here.
Well, thanks. Thanks for being here. And it was 30-some nations across the Indo-Pacific gathering together with their key leaders and solving some of these tough problems, getting after it's really an educational event first and foremost, but then also we had industry here with the newest and latest in equipment and solutions for us as the United States will help us make sure that our soldiers always have what they need when they go into harm's way. So really glad you're here. Thanks for being here, and a tremendous event.
Great leadership. Certainly General Charles Flynn, Commander of the Army for Pacific, really talked about how important it is to work collectively with allied countries, and you had so many allied countries, militaries here at this event. Yeah,
Charlie Flynn is an amazing leader. Really proud to have served with him. Actually, when I was as a U.S. Army Pacific Commander, he was my deputy, and you can see how I had it made. You know, you get a deputy like that, you're in great shape. Amazing leader. You know, he's actually right. Allies and partners, that's the advantage the United States military has to keep the peace. Because, you know, when you're working together, allies and partners, totalitarian regimes don't have that. Those partnerships and those close relationships and those alliances. And here in the Pacific, 5 of our 7 mutual defense alliances around the world are here. 5 of 7, with obviously with Korea, Japan, Thailand, Philippines, and Australia. And so tremendous allies, and then the partners here in the Indo-Pacific. And so the more you can do together, I think General Flynn said it best. He said, this conference is about maintaining the peace. You know, and you're not going to do that through weakness. You're not going to do that alone. You're going to do it through allies and partners and strength. So no one would be foolish enough to cause problems. And if they did, they know they would lose. So you really, truly deter conflict. But allies and partners are key.
And you had senior representatives of the Navy. Admiral Kohler spoke, and then General Minford, Minahan, I'm sorry, really gave a great talk in the last panel discussion.
Well, that's a key part that's grown in Land Forces Pacific. It's not just about land; it's all the domains, and obviously, land power it's the forum where it takes the most prominent role, both in the Pacific discussions here and the theater. But having General Minahan, AMC commander for the Air Force, he's the one that's going to get you there. He said rightly so, he's the MVP, because if you can't get there, you can't do much. So really great to have him here. And then Admiral Kohler, the Pacific Fleet commander. So it's the same as the U.S. Army component commander for PACOM. He's the Navy component commander. Tremendous officer, and he gave a fantastic talk on how it's a combined and joint effort here in the Pacific, again, to maintain the peace. So, yeah, you're right. Not just all Army, but key allies and partners, and then all services. And it really is that team effort that's going to take to maintain the peace and stability that's made Indo-Pacific one of the most fastest growing regions since World War II, and so prosperous. Yet there are those that want to take that away and make it kind of an unfair that you won't be free and open. There'll be advantages to certain folks, and that's just not right. So.
And General Brown, tell us, we'll look forward to your big event in Washington in October, Columbus Day weekend, when you have upwards of 30,000 people at your event. Tell us a little bit about what you're planning for October.
Well, it's always a tremendous event. There's nothing like being there and networking. And as you're right, I think we'll get up to around 40,000 this year. There's no doubt. There'll be 720 defense industry companies there, all with the latest and greatest in ideas. And I know when I used to go, when I was active duty, I could see more in a couple of days than if I'd have traveled for 2 years and get ideas that will help again, in ensuring our soldiers have the best equipment, ensuring we're as ready as possible. It's also a significant, it's really an educational event with panels like here even larger panels, better panels, incredible speakers. And we'll tackle tough problems. And really, this year will be really about continuous transformation for the Army. And so we're very excited to be able to host the key leaders in the Army, again, from other services, as you mentioned. And then we'll have, last year we had about 92 countries at the annual meeting. I think we'll get that and probably even more this year, which makes for a great dialogue. Again, we're not going to do anything alone as the United States, so this forum enables folks to come together, tackle the tough problems, talk the key issues, and then really get at solutions and things that help preserve the peace and stability. And so we're proud to be a big part of that at the Association of the United States Army.
Well, General Bob Brown, thank you for your service to our country in the U.S. Army, and thanks for your leadership with the Association of the U.S. Army, and thank you for inviting us to cover this event. I certainly enjoyed it.
Well, I'm absolutely glad you're here, and I'll say beat Navy again. Go Army, right?
Again and again. We were just at the White House last week for the Commander-in-Chief Trophy presentation and football startup. And graduation is coming up
right around the corner.
With the President. Biden will be the speaker this year.
Tremendous day. You know, you never forget that. Mine was way back, 1981, but I remember it like it was yesterday. It's a very proud moment. So anyway,
great.
Go Army.
So great for the seniors. This is Ken Kraetzer for CaMMVetsMedia. We cover cadets, midshipmen, the military, and veterans proudly since 2008. Glad to be here in Honolulu covering the Association of the U.S. Army Conference. Thank you for watching.